Alright, Shin. It looks like you finally locked in. But the question is, are you ready? What's up, guys? I go the pencil here, and here to do a breakdown / live reaction review to chapter 184 of Sakamotodays, which is known as I Told Ya by Yuto Suzuki, and I'm intrigued. Mainly because Shin kind of put himself in a really bad spot. Because sure, he did some damage to Joe, or Yo. He did damage to Shackles, but like, dog, you're still chained down by what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate handcuffs? And Heisuke's still going to lose his fingers. So I'm very, very intrigued on how this chapter is going to go. Because honestly, I don't think Shin got a drastic upscale or anything. But I don't know. We're in a weird spot. This arc and a lot of arcs that Shin are in are always intriguing for how he's going to get out of the situation he put himself into. So let's not waste any more time. And let's hop right into it. Editing me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do mean to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, I didn't realize it worked like that. Someone explained to me in last week's video, I don't know why my brain struggled to say that, in last week's video, that apparently Shin's ability works by, like, contact. It reminds me a lot of Shigaraki's awakened ability from My Hero Academia, where after he evolved, like, he could touch things with all 5 fingers, and then anything that came in contact with something he touched would then disintegrate. Interesting. I didn't realize it worked like that, but apparently Shin's ability works like that. He wasn't, like, consistently yelling stop over and over and over again to the next guy, and to the next guy, and to the next guy, and to the next guy. It was a refraction of his ability. Now, unfortunately, I feel like the viability of that ability is kind of whack, unless he's fighting a whole bunch of fodders, because, like, in what universe is any, like, near order tier, sub order tier, or high order tier member, like, touching one another unless they've been wombo combo? Like, that'd have to be that's like a setup team move. Like, that's something like, oh, okay, Sakamoto has kicked Shishiba into Osaragi, and now Shin yells freeze, and then as Shishiba's flying into Osaragi, they make contact as Shiba gets frozen. But then again, it really depends on the strength of the ability too, because we've already seen characters able to basically completely ignore it. Like, Kindaka clearly did, and Boiled, someone who's clearly nowhere near order tier avoided it. So the strength of that ability and the viability of it are definitely, like, 1, situational, and 2, probably not going to be that effective. Once again, I'm interested to see how Shin even ends up evolving from this arc, and how much Atari is going to be able to teach him, considering, well, their abilities seem to work fundamentally differently, despite both technically being able to see the future. But let's take a look into chapter 184, Told Ya. What did you do, you snot-faced punk? Is he really snot? Well, I guess, you know what? It is cold. Let's see. I told you. Oh, wow. That was quick. That was quick. I told you already. You tripped all by yourself. Dude, things actually fell on him, though. Like, he's dripping and he's freezing. But Heisuke, you good, bro? Heisuke, you good, bro? But like something clearly happened. Like, notably, if he had used the ability on Shackles and then Shackles just fell, that'd be one thing. But dog, like, we were all there, Shin. We all saw this. The fact that he didn't dodge it kind of shows why he's not orders here. But, like, dog, we all bore witness to the calamity, dog. That was you. But let's go. What's the matter with you? Ooh. Wait, is that him? Is that Shackles or is that Shin? Heisuke, you should not be smart. Boiled has the right reaction. He's like, oh, he's cooked. I know Boiled in his head like, man, of course I had to get associated with these idiots, dog. Why not? He was just trying to be a good man, doing his time on the easiest level, and here he is, getting shot, getting wrapped up in this. Let's see. What's the matter with you? Why are you such a little attention seeker? At your age, don't expect me to pamper you. How old is Shin? He's like 20, isn't he? I know Lou's 18. I think Heisuke's 19. How old is Shin? I feel like I've looked this up before. Shin Asakura. Is that his real last name, or did my brain just make that up? Yep, nope, Shin Asakura. Shin Asakura. Yeah, he's 20. He's 21. How old is Heisuke? Oh, he's 21 as of chapter 58 to now. Okay. So he's 21. Let me see. Heisuke Mashiro. Please, Wiki, work with me. I know I'm not good at typing. How old are you? Oh, he's just flat 21. So Lou's 18, Shin's 21, and Heisuke's 21. Darn. Lou, you lagging in all aspects. You ain't getting no fights, you ain't getting no plot relevance, you ain't getting no scenes, and you ain't got no age. Lou, what is happening to you? Well, let's see. At your age, don't expect me to pamper you. Bring it on. Shin, I hate to say you're not built for this, but you're not built for this. Like, once again, unless you went through some next level internal epiphany, unless this is on some JJK type beat where a change in mindset is going to send you through the moon, you're still chained down, buddy. What are you going to cook? And everyone already fell. How are you going to issue commands at this point? Let's see. Bring it on. No, Shin! With those cuffs on, you can barely move. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, Shin. Lock it in. It's interesting, though. He's actually able to react to Shackles at least a little bit this time. He's watching him come in. Ooh! The weaving? Okay, maybe he did have an awakening. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Okay, Shin. Weave. Okay. We have the leader of Weave Nation right now. This is insane. At this distance, he's somehow barely dodging my attacks. It's almost as if he can read the future. You're actually surprisingly slow. Oh, so he's using the future vision. Ha! Once again, explains why he's not ordered here. Then again, I need to double check. Did Shin ever even try to use future vision on Honoma? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. And if he did, it just didn't work. Like, I know a lot of Shin's plans. Here's the defeat, quote unquote. He literally lost the fight. Like, Honoma walks away. But his defeat of Honoma is like super, like, it's so Omega conditional that, like, looking back on that fight, I'm like, how much of this is legal? it reminds me of another fight from another popular series that I reviewed, and I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't even count that as a dub for you, Shin. And as was pointed out, it really wasn't a dub. That 1v1 barely counts. You're actually surprisingly slow. I mean, I guess if you can see the future, but that also makes sense. Once again, reestablishing that Shackles is just under ordered here, and who knows, maybe he's even lower than that now, considering he's now a prison warden instead of being in the AT group. But another question that comes up is, does that mean Shin, who's not boiled level, but has the ability to use future dye to react to someone who bodies boil, who's sub-ordered here, or either sub-ordered here? That's a pretty big leap. Like, for perception wise, I know it's literally reading the future, but to clear that much of a speed gap, like what, basically 2 perception tiers, because Shin wasn't able to dodge any of Boiled's attacks. So Shin is here at the bottom, then you have Boiled, then you have Shackles, and then you have future reading Shin, in terms of like perception and reaction. That's a pretty big leap. Like, if he gets 2, I would assume this, if he gets 2 sub-order tier, like current Sakamoto or current, well, obviously not any of the order members, but like the level of Slur and stuff like that, he probably can just casually do this to order tiers if it gives him that much of a perception buff, if that perception buff is linear. And once again, we just don't know how strong Boiled is. Like, him being fodder to Joe here just made things even more complicated. But let's see. Oh, Shin, use this. Oh, okay, what's better to use? Huh? A frozen yellowtail. I'm shocked he had enough time to do and react to that. Thanks. That is the most disrespectful thing. I've been hit by a lot of things in my day, for a variety of different reasons. Some of them were admittedly my fault. I've literally walked into tree branches before looking at my phone. I'm an idiot. Sometimes I've dodged out of the way of one tree branch and then hit my head on the next tree branch. I'm very stupid. But there have been moments of my life where I've been disrespected. But I am proud enough to say that there has never been an occasion that I actually have looked like a smacked mackerel by getting smacked with a mackerel. Shackles, what is happening, bro? And this didn't even just like hit him, it did real damage. That's juice getting knocked out of Shackles right there. I don't think that's just like the impact effect, because it looks so different as the white outline. I think Shin actually got blood from Shackles. What? No wonder you were kicked off the AT team, dog. No wonder you didn't show up at the museum event. If you're getting smacked around by Fish Boy here, what? Shark Boy over here. No, Lava Girl. Fishy. A yellowtail isn't a weapon. You're dead meat. Hey, watch it. If you help him, you'll pay for it too. Wait, that was the most non-boiled voice I've ever did. Wait a second. I'm sorry, my current mic does not allow me to mute. I'm waiting for my new mic to come in. But, hey, watch it. If you help him, you'll pay for it too. I don't care. What? My buddy's life is on the line. Of course I'm gonna help him. That was also a not Haysuke voice. Where are my voices going? This is what happened. Let's see. Why? Why are these guys so hard-boiled? He's right, though. He is right. He's right. You know, I was about to be like, boils. Not everyone can be hard-boiled, bro. What? You're gonna say Shackles is hard-boiled? You're gonna say everyone's hard-boiled? I don't boil. It's like a... It's weird to call boil like a low tier. Because it wasn't make Shin for not being able to do anything to boil. That's so crazy. Like, Shin full... I mean, maybe you could argue Shin was holding back a bit, but he did full hog, drop kick Boiled in the face, and Boyle was like, really though? So like I don't know, Boyle, he's strong, but just to hear him give it out, it hurts me a little bit because I'm so happy I was waiting. But honestly, this makes sense for him to believe that Heisuke and Shin are both hard-boiled, because remember what he initially thought of Sakamoto, right? The whole, if you go all the way back to then, he was like, Sakamoto, you got fat. You didn't respect me. You fell off. You ain't hard-boiled. You soft, eggshell-looking boy. And then the moment Sakamoto was like, hey, I hate to do this to you, brother, but I really don't. Because I do remember everything about you. But at the same time, you threatened the one group of people you were not supposed to threaten. Now, I'm going to drag you across this entire amusement park with no smile on my face. And then what did Boiled say? Wait a minute. He's hard-boiled. So, like, naturally, it would be the awakening of the respect of others that happened all the way back then, reflecting here, where when he sees these two people born of connection, not even by family, which is what got Sakamoto all riled up, even though, of course, the adoptive family of Shin and stuff like that were included in there. But it was also just straight up the idea of, oh, okay, connection makes one stronger, and the willingness to fight for that connection, even in the face of poor odds, also is a measuredness of proving how hard-boiled you are. And ultimately, Shin and Heisuke are very hard-boiled right now. Respect. Also, let's see. Where do you keep getting all these shackles? I mean, I'll admit, it's a cool fighting style. Honestly, there was like a character I worked on a while ago that had magnetic powers, and ironically enough, this was before Kumanomi was introduced in the Sakamoto days. So this was a pencil original idea. But the thing was, their abilities were not like the base variation of their abilities. They were like an evolution of what they could do. And thusly, they would transform a part of their body, typically their hands, and use it to control magnetic materials that they also created. So they would send out like a pair of handcuffs and then send them out and then latch on to somebody, cuff them up, and then throw them magnetically by dragging them by the handcuffs. But no, I don't think Shackles has magnetic abilities. I think bro just has like, and he's like, he reminds me of the Ghetto Mazo from Naruto. Like, he broke out endless chains right now. What is this? Let's see. Actually, also Kushina. But Shin locking in with the future sight? I mean, Shin, you could at least try to break out of your chains, bro. I feel like running the close-up 1v1 is not wise. Let's see. Shin! I can't dodge. How you go from smacking him in the face with the mackerel to getting smacked by these chains, bro? I know it's like multi-stage effect and he has very limited range of motion, but still, dog. What? Shin! Uh-oh. Shackles. Golly! You know, I always forget how much damage Sakamoto Days characters can take until Shin gets reintroduced. Like, remember, Shin is still nowhere near a top tier. Like, nowhere near top. I would even say Shin's a high tier. He is a solid mid tier in terms of like overall stats and ability. Like, that's why Kindagawa was like, hey, honestly can't train you, broski. You need a specialist. And it's why ultimately he's not considered order tier, he's not considered sub-order tier, and he's clearly beneath Joe. But like, the fact that he just takes these. I remember when Harma pile drived him through a floor, and he wasn't fine, but he was mostly fine. Like, it's crazy what these characters can do physically and what the characters that are weaker than them can take. He slammed him through 2 whole stacks. And aren't these like, these have to be wooden crates. There's no way he's slamming him straight through steel crates. But darn, G. And how long are these chains? Where are you keeping them? Let's see. Duh! Hello? Control room. It's me. Drop the temp in the warehouse another 10 degrees. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I get it to some degree though. I was about to say Shin kind of lost the plot. Like, bro, you really should not be fighting Roboski. Maybe you should be trying to get on his good side, so I'll let you go down. But that's the thing, right? In order to get down, they need to get stronger. Because if they aren't strong enough, then going down would literally just mean to them instantly getting got. At least Shackles has some sort of administrative reason to not immediately execute them, unlike any criminals on the lower floors. So thusly, Shackles, while he's clearly doing extreme amounts of damage and putting them in very, very precarious situations, it's likely that he wouldn't execute them, most likely. He'd probably drag them out the last second right before they're supposed to perish as, like, punishment. But I don't know, let's see. Sorry, Shinny boy. I was hoping to reform you, but you've gone too far. Yeah, once again, it's so finicky, and it comes down to a question: how is he going to train it? Is it like a muscle where ultimately you just keep doing reps on reps on reps on reps on reps? So you got to keep yelling stop and stop and stop and stop and dance and Millie Rock and throw it back. Like, that gave me a reminder of someone who commented something horrific because we saw boiled cheeks last chapter. That's I mean, thing is though, they ain't really wrong. Legally, I think they are though. I'm not sure that's a thing. No, that's a thing. That's a thing. I've seen it in manga, in Shonen Jump manga, in fact. So yeah, never mind. Okay, you know who you are. You got a point. But let's see. Yeah, but no, sorry, I got completely off track because of that. But look at that. Shin, presumably, maybe he switched off future reading here, but he chose to use the ability, and if anything, it just energizes Shackles even more. Shackles blitzes behind him and then smacks him. Now, if future vision was off, once again, that doesn't necessarily contradict the idea that's set up earlier, where as long as Shin is using future vision, he sort of is like a whole tier above Shackles in terms of regen, but at the same, or not regen, combat speed, but at the same time, just this, getting absolutely blitzed like this, it's embarrassing shit. Like, and getting blitzed by a mackerel too, that's crazy. Well, not a mackerel, he's yellow set presumably. But darn, beamed him. Uh-oh. I was hoping to reform you, but you've gone too far. Because now I'm having fun. I don't hate torturing and slaughter. Oh, never mind. This was same space. I said it and I was immediately revoked. Uh-oh. I don't mind. I don't hate torturing and killing insolent brats like you. Get it? Ruh-roh, spaghetti-o. Shin, any safety you may have had is gone. You are now in real life danger, my boy. You better figure out how to cook this man. Ugh, my body's starting to freeze. I could just get myself free of these handcuffs somehow. Darn, -40 degrees. Is that Celsius? That's like way below freezing, if that's Celsius. I mean, admittedly, it's way below freezing if it's Fahrenheit. That is rough regardless. But we're in Japan, it's presumably Celsius. But with that being the case, Shin, can't you well, no, presumably the handcuffs are wrapped pretty tight. Let's see. Shin, hang in there. I'll save you. You are not. How to do that, ASK. Let's see. Oh, no! Oh my god, no! I see it now! Please don't tell me. Now, how shall I kill you? No! And he did that with a mackerel? No, he did that with an open... Man, that's crazy. He did that with an open pair of handcuffs? But no! Boiled! Boiled? I'm at the end of my rope. Boiled. You too? Why? You know what'll happen if you cross me. I don't care. What? After I lost to Sakamoto, things went south and I took on illegal work. I thought he was gonna reform himself. I was wondering how he got in jail. Next thing I knew, I was in the slammer. But seeing you two dudes stand up for yourselves reminded me what it means to be hard-boiled. Huh? Please. Suzuki-sensei, you already took Takamura from me. Please don't take Boiled off. Please don't take Boiled. Please don't take Boiled. Please, not Boiled. Don't take, please, not Boiled. Please don't do Boiled. I need boiled. Please don't take boiled. This is literally, this is how every death scene goes, bro. This is how every death scene goes. He's gonna sacrifice himself and give main characters power. Please, not boiled, bro. I love boiled, please. Whoa, darn, boiled. Hard boiled. Of course he's gonna give up shit. Hey, don't give up now. He's literally bisected. Or nearly. Bro almost got the... Spoiler special. But bro literally nearly in half. Shit, what do you want from him? You rotten little apple. I've had it. I'll protect the peace on this floor. You know, it's a question that's proposed by Naruto. Like, what do you all guys think? Is peace that is enforced by the threat of extreme violence really peace? Because if you remember, Pain's whole plan was to consolidate the Bijuu inside the Gedomazo to essentially have a super weapon and like be unstoppable. Sasuke's plan by the end of Shippuden, ironically enough, was like, hey, I'm just gonna be like the ultimate enemy, so all the world has to unite against me and stay united against me. Then they'll be at peace. Like, is that really peace though? Like, because that's essentially here. Ultimately, Shackles keeps peace by being this overwhelming, dominating force that no one can stand up against. Is that really peace though? Or is that like, I mean, I can't just say, is it like prison? Because obviously they're in prison. But I don't know. I feel like peace is the wrong word there. Stability, more like it. Like, I'd say stability and peace. While they sound similar and one may result in the other, I don't think they're the same. Let's see. Oh, but he did. But see, Shin, it's only consistent though. Shin sometimes he's like an insanely fast weaver, and then sometimes he's a little, he gets a little hit, smacked around. But now again, he's speedy. I guess he's using future vision again. But weave. I'm at a disadvantage. Those are base eyes though, or maybe I think they are. It's just drawn really. It's drawn really small. It's drawn really small. His future vision eyes, unless those are meant to be his base eyes. I'm at a disadvantage. I'm unarmed. And in this extreme cold, if I don't act fast, I'll be worn down. Come to think of it, a minute ago. Control room? Drop the temp another 10 degrees. The control room is next to the warehouse. Isn't that convenient? Okay, that's pretty convenient. It's all or nothing. Oh, what, is he gonna say turn up the temperature? What's this? Giving up? I mean... gambling, not necessarily giving up. Let's see, Shin, what you doing? What you doing? I see you hitting the think, blah, blah. Let's see. There, break it. Break what? Oh wow, that's very. Because was this guy thinking, or did Shin literally just like sense him? Impressive. Break it, huh? Hey, wait, what are you? Boom. Ooh, he killed the Shit, I see what you're doing. But once again, I feel like, is it crazy to say that I feel like a lot of the Sakamoto Days high tiers don't actually need light? Is that me slopping? Because I know the reason Shin doesn't need to fight he doesn't need light to fight is because he can hear thoughts and stuff like that. And he can piece the area around him. Like, that's how he was able to fight really blindfolded back, ironically enough, I believe, in the boiled scenario when he was at the amusement park. And Sakamoto was guiding him. But for this one, it's like, do they really need their vision? Because I simply remember Yotsumoto, but then again, those are two order tier fighters. But Yotsumoto and Shishiba, they both fought in the dark, and they kind of just like automatically clashed to each other. Like they could know. So I'm interested to see how Shackles reacts. Huh? A blackout? What's going on? Who pulled the breaker? They did a little bit more than pull it. Uh oh. I can't see a thing, but neither can he. If I can get by until the power comes back on. Forget it. Your anxiety plays right into my hand. I can read your position perfectly. Shin with the mean right hook. The right hook of doom. I see you, Shin. Bro, in Super Saiyan 2 for that one. Call him Gohan. Okay, but wow. Shackles. I can see why you got dropped, buddy. I can see why you got dropped. My apologies, I need to take another sip. The sip was immaculate. But Shackles, I can see why you got dropped, Buckaroo. Because you mean you're afraid of the dark. Okay, not afraid of the dark. Obviously, like, he's not afraid in the traditional sense. But in the sense that, like, oh, so you really ain't like that for real. You ain't really got that dog in you for real. To the point where a little bit of darkness scares you. little bit of plip happen in the darkness scares you. That's a little soft, Joski. That's a little soft, Joski. I ain't gonna lie to you, Brucko. Who's Brucko? I can't gonna lie to you, Bucko. It's a little bit soft. Let's see. Bang! Straight across the face. You know what? The interesting thing I will admit, though, for Shin, is that shouldn't be enough. Like, especially considering how his ability works. It's not like he sees thoughts and then reads them. Like, they get broadcasted into his head. But he still needs to, like, approximate the location of where he's punching. Because, say, like, it works like Wi-Fi or, like, any sort of data sending system, where realistically, something like a cellular device is sending it out in all different directions and all different times. So Shin has to hear the thoughts, rationalize where they are in that space, and then aim according to the information he has on their physical physique. Physical physique, that's literally the same thing. Their physique. And then hit in the right area, which he needs to do off hearing. Like, if I were to blindfold you and then say, okay, I'm over here, how would many people be able to find me? I don't think many. That's why Marco Polo is like a game in general. Like, the idea of, okay, I can hear you just fine, you can speak loud enough, but it's really still hard to, difficult, crazy to try and catch somebody when you can't see them. So interesting. Let's see. Beam across the face. Oh, Shin! Power's back. It's cold. Please, don't kill me. I don't intend to, but in return, you're going to transfer us to B2. Oh. Interesting. Please, don't be boiled. Don't be boiled. Please don't be boiled. But, that's kind of, I'm gonna assume there was a little bit more of a beatdown, like off screen or anything like that. I'm gonna assume Shin just kept beating the taste out of his mouth. Because I'll admit, that's kind of an if we're really just moving on from Shackles that quickly, that's kind of an underwhelming way to beat him. And it works because of how Shin works, but it's kind of for his own power growth. Like, he was lucky that the control room is right next to the warehouse. He was lucky that his command range worked that well. He was lucky that that ultimately Shackles and like, I feel like that's what a lot of Shin's fights rely on, not as much technical skill or raw power. And that's fine. Once again, I do think ultimately using your environment to your advantage in a battle is one of the best things about Sakamoto Days. I love that Shin pulled out a fish, or was thrown a fish from nowhere, used it, and then Shackles in response immediately used the fish himself. But in terms of like actual power progression, Shin kind of just relied on an old trick and an old tactic, and I guess beat Shackles down off screen. And then Shackles kind of just gives up. So that's a little underwhelming. Let's see. I don't intend to, but in return, you're going to transfer us to B2. Today, there will be 3 lives lost in this prison. I wonder what's become of Miss Atari's prediction. After all, they're 100% accurate. We better be prepared. Whoa! 3 dead cockroaches. Gross! See? A little, you know what? I'll take that though. I'm glad Boyle didn't die. You know what? Part of me would complain, like, okay, why would you set it up like that? Like, and who knows? Once again, considering Hatari's predictions clearly aren't 100% accurate because she's in prison for the first place, clearly there's still a chance that 3 people could die. But that is a little. That's a little. I'm going to take this as a red herring. The idea that the 3 dead cockroaches is like, oh, those are the things that are going to die, huh? You didn't think of anybody else, would you? But now that does raise a question: are we going to leave Boyle behind, or is Boyle coming with us? Is Boyle getting free? Is Boyle staying away? I don't know, but regardless, this chapter is worthy. I like it. Well, I do think. And it's the creative conflict within me, right? I think ultimately, creatively, I like how Shin used his abilities, the lucky positioning, and the area around him to overcome Shackles and make Shackles submit. But at the same time, I do kind of wish he just properly overcame Shackles and didn't have to resort to things that are uber situational. And that's one of the biggest issues that Shin has, like I mentioned earlier, in a lot of his fights, where a lot of his wins, a lot of his dubs are super duper circumstantial or jump fast. And it's not bad, but like, in a manga where so many other characters do have like their 1v1s and they run their ones and they end up winning or pulling out on their own, and or they just purely win off of skill and tech and not so much their area around them, it feels more apt. Meanwhile, our Deuteragon is Shin. He's kind of He's kind of an area merchant, a civilian spammer, a lucky guy. But I suppose that works. But, of course, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave... I was about to say something horrible. Let me not say that one. Please leave mackerel. Mackerel. Mackerel is a type of fish. M-A-C-K-E-R-A-L, I think is how you spell mackerel. Mackerel in the comment section down below. I did thank you so much for watching. Please do remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon down below, or you can support me for as low as $1 month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member to the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include the live reactions to the series I happen to review, ad-free variations of all my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, I do have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below, where you can drop 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with a pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members: Sierra, Greyhound, Eternal Flame, NMA, Real Rare, Red Wolf 4765, Paris Arnold, Astro, Brandon Payne, and G Prosper. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Encarnacion, Josh Brown, Igneal Lind, and A+A. And I'd like to give a big ol' thank you to our $7 members: Autumn Mornings Lazo, Fine, Zombie Hunter, and Austin Wimberly. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our $10 members: Robbie Uchiha, Jay Warrior, and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give a big ol' thank you to our $10 patrons: Overlord Zero, Joaquin Munoz, and Idem Okami.
And I'd like to give the craziest, juiciest, most next-level, quadruple, sloppy, toppy, next-level, superhuman, in beyond this world, kidney having thank you to our $100 patron, or that guy with a pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.